Hi, this is BremSter, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles, and welcome back to Sudoku U, which is a series of puzzles created as part of university classes teaching logic and math and all sorts of stuff where the puzzles are used as ways of explaining concepts. This puzzle comes from Conejito, who was a member of FullDeck and Missing a few cards as Puzzles and Paradoxes class, and it's called Bunny. And if you look at the puzzle, you can kind of see why. Only a couple of rules in this one. So, of course, there'll be a link below to where you can try this puzzle here for yourself. This puzzle comes from Signet Sudoku Volume 3. There'll be a link below to where you can download a copy of Signet Sudoku Volume 3. And if you want to buy a physical copy, you can also do that on the link below. Volume 1 and 2 of Signet Sudoku from previous classes are also available. Links below to that. There's a lot of other links below if you haven't gone through those in a while. Maybe you want to, ways of supporting the channel, ways of submitting puzzles for yourself, all sorts of things. But let's look at the puzzle. So what do we have? We've got normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have Kropki pairs. So digits in cells separated by a white dot are in a 1 or 2 to 1 ratio. Digits in cells separated by a black dot are in a 2 to 1 ratio. Digits in cells separated by a white dot must be consecutive. So in these cells, digits 2 to 1 ratio, or one is double the other. In these, digits are consecutive or have a difference of 1. Not all dots are necessarily given. So it's perfectly fine for other pairs of cells that are connected to be in a 2 to 1 ratio or consecutive. You don't need to have a dot for that to be true. The reason that's often stated is because with the original type of Kropki puzzle, all dots were always given, but that changed a long time ago. Modular lines, any set of three, though you do see those puzzles still. Modular lines, any set of 3 adjacent cells along a modular line has 3 different remainders when divided by 3. So these 3 cells, the 3 digits in them must have 3 different remainders when divided by 3. The same is true of those cells, the same is true of those cells, the same is true of those cells. Now, I like to put it in the rules. So the digits 1, 4, 7 have a remainder of 1 when divided by 3. The digits 2, 5, 8 have a remainder of 2. And the digits of 3, 6, 9 have a remainder of 3. If you wish to remember that, my recommendation is look at your keypad. The vertical bandings on a keypad. If you don't have one on your keyboard, use the one on Sudoku pad. 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, and 3, 6, 9 are your 3 groups. They're the rules. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. I can color these lines. I use blue for my 147. So I know this is from 147. So I know those 2 digits must be from, I can't fully color them, but I know those 2 digits there, one of them is from 258 and one of them is from 369. But this set of 3 needs a digit from 147, and I can't put a 147 in there. So this is from 147. Similarly, this is from 369. So these are from 147. Well, these are from remainder 1 and remainder 2, because this is remainder 0. This group needs a remainder 0, and it must be there. I know I could do stuff with the dots. I'll get to that in a minute. This is from remainder 2. And I use yellow for these. Now, this means that one of these is remainder 1 and one of these is remainder 0. So this group needs a remainder 2 and it must be that one. And the same continues. You'll notice that because you always have to have a group of 3, once you get one of them, the 2 digits next to it on each side must be the other 2, and therefore the 3rd digit along, because the next group of 3 needs 1, must be the same. So I can skip 2 and put 1 in, I can skip 2 and put 1 in, I can skip 2 and put 1 in. And I know that all of these are from 258. All of this is from 69 because it can't be 3, and this one is from 47 because it can't be 1. Now, I can probably take that further. Like, this is from 258. Let's just color them in. This is from 369. Now, there's all sorts of stuff. 1 is only consecutive with 0 or 2, and 0 is not possible. So that's a 2, meaning this isn't a 2. Why did I use the wrong green there? I don't know. 8 is only in a 2 to 1 relationship with 4 or 16. This cannot be a 16 by Sudoku, so this is a 4. And now I can finish coloring this line, because every second digit along this line, or I can always skip 2, and that they are the blues on this line. So these are all from 147. This one can't be a 4. I can see stuff here. I'm getting to it. I'm just doing other things first. This one can't be a 4 by Sudoku, but it also can't be a 7 because 7 has no valid 2-to-1 relationship. Half would be 3.5, double would be 14. So this is a 1, this is a 2, making this one green. Now, I can probably keep, there's all sorts of stuff I can see here. Now, 3, I can't put 1.5 in a cell. So this has to be double 3, which is 6, which is another yellow digit. Now, because this has a remainder 2 and a remainder 1, so all of the other ones on this line must be remainder zeros. So these are all from 3, 6, 9. But this has to be consecutive with 2, so that's a 3. None of the other, this is either 2, 3, 5, 6, or 8, 9. I'm not sure which yet. Now this is a 3. So the thing that is consecutive with it is either 2 or 4. One is remainder 1, one is remainder 2. So I'm not sure which way that goes. But with a 2 or a 4 here, this is from 1, 2, 4, 8, and I'm not sure which. Now, can I go further on this line? What about here? Okay, so it's not... Okay, this isn't a 2 because there's already a 2 in the box. This is important, I think, because a run of 3 black dots, I'll just go left to right, but the same would work right to left. If I start at 1, it could go 1, 2, 4, because you couldn't go 1, 2, 1. You couldn't go 1, whichever end I start at, it's going up with double, double, double. So 1 doubling to 2, doubling to 4, 2 doubling to 4, doubling to 8. I can't do 3 doubling to 6, doubling to 12 because 12 isn't valid. So I always have to go either 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8 in one direction. So the middle is 2, 4, and these are 1, 2, 4, 8. Now this can't be a 2. So I can't go 2, 4, 8 in that direction. But I'm not sure what to do there. There must be a 2 and a 4 in here though, because it's 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8. So 2 and 4 must be in here. So there's no 4 here, but it means that there's no 2 in either of those, and these are a 5, 8 pair. So now I want to look over here, because I haven't put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I haven't put a 7 in this row. There's no 7 in those. That can't be 7, and I can't put 7 on a black dot. I can't put 7 on a black dot because a 7 on a black dot would need to go with 3.5 or 15. So that is a 7, which puts it into the blue set. This isn't a 7, but 7 is only consecutive with 6 or 8. And it can't be an 8 because of that. So this is a 6, which puts it into the yellow group. And 6 is only in a 2-to-1 relationship with a 3, which is also in the yellow group, because if I went up, I'd have to go to 12. And that takes 3 and 6 out of this. This becomes 9. The 5, 8, of course, takes 8 out of that. This is 1, 2, 4 with 2 in the middle and a 1, 4 in the end. That is cool. And if these are 1, 4, those are from the 1 remainder group, and this is from the 2 remainder group. That makes this a 7. I like this row. That was fun. Nothing too complex, but a lot of fun. These are 1, 2, 4, and 7. So 7 is in one of those. So these are actually from 1, 2, 4. So that's a 1, 2, 4 triple. The 9 looks up saying that's not a 9. Okay, how do I use the modular lines I haven't used? That cell is incredibly important because it can't be blue, because I can't put 2 blues next to each other. It has to be green or yellow, and it can't be yellow because the only yellow digit available isn't 3 or 6. It'd have to be 9, but there's no 2-to-1 relationship with 9. I'd have to use 4.5 or 18, neither of which are valid. So this becomes green. So this becomes green, and these become yellow, because yellow, blue, green. So any 3 I select have 1 of each. So if this is green, it's 5 or 8. But I can never put 5 on a black dot because, once again, it's there's no valid 2-to-1 relationship. 2.5 and 10 don't work. So this is the 8, making this the 4, making it another blue digit. These are from 3, 6, 9. This now is from 2, 5, 8, and 2 isn't next to 4, so it's either 4, 5 or 7, 8. Okay, now can I do a similar trick here? don't have a dot here. This 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 8. It's possible I can. I think these black dots are going to be important, but I'm not sure how yet. Actually, I know those black dots have to be important. Right, I know exactly what they are. These dots, I know at that digit, that's a 5. And the reason is, I've been trying to avoid going over the fundamentals of black dots, but I think I have to. So any black dot can only contain a low digit, 1, 2, 3, or 4, and it's even double. So 1 doubling to 2, 2 doubling to 4, 3 doubling to 6, 4 doubling to 8. After that, it breaks. So 5 doubling to 10 doesn't work. So no high odd digit. The reason 5, 7, and 9 never go on black dots is high odd digits don't have any partners within Sudoku digits. So it's because you must have either 1, 2, 3, or 4, and it's even double. They're the only digits you're working with. But 2 and 4 are exclusive. If you use 2, 4, then you lose 1, 2, and you lose 4, 8. Now, I need to make 2 sets of digits from here, but the only digits I have available are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. But 3 and 6 are not available because 3 and 6 only go with each other, and I can't use a 3 and a dot. So these have to be from 1, 2, 4, 8 because and one of them has to be 1, 2, and one of them has to be 4, 8. Because if I use, because 1, 2 works, 2, 4 would leave the other. 1, 2 works. 2, 4 works, but I'll get to why it doesn't in a minute. 3, 6 doesn't. I don't have a 3. 4, 8 works, and we know everything above that doesn't. So, but if I put 2, 4 on one of these dots, the other one would have to be 1, 8, which is not in a 2-to-1 relationship. So one of these is 1, 2, and the other one is 4, 8. Now, that means automatically that's a quadruple, so that's a 5. But more importantly, this 1, 2 means this isn't a 1 or a 2. And because one of these has to be 1, 2 and one of these has to be 4, 8, that's the 4, 8, and that's the 1, 2. And that's a really nice use of those dots. The 2 looks down, making that the 1 and that the 2. I think I can get, except for this line, I think I can get rid of all of this colouring now. This is a 4, 8. So this is a 1, 2, 4, 8, which I'm not seeing forced yet. 1 is blue, 2 is green. That means this is a 4, so there's no 4 in here. This is 1, 2, so this is 4, 7. So that's a 4, 7 in the column. 1, 4, 7, of course, but 4 and 7 are both blue digits. This triple maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9 go into those. That one can't be a 7. Because after a while, the colouring just gets in your way. That digit now is the one that's going to do it. And then I'll be able to get rid of the colouring because this one can't be yellow because I've got the yellow placed on the line, and it can't be green because it sees 2, 5, and 8. So this one must be blue, and therefore it's from 1, 4, 7 and it sees 1 and 4. That's a 7. So that is a blue 7. This that means because 2 away, this is a blue digit. So this is from 1, 4, 7. I'm not seeing how to narrow that down yet, but this digit now is from 2, 5, 8, and this digit is from 2, 5, 8. So it's not 1 or 4. This is only 2 or 8. 2 would need a 1 or a 4 there, and it doesn't have it. So this is a 2 or 8, so that's the 4, which makes that the 8 and that the 4. And I'm now going to get rid of all of the colouring because I've done the modular work. The 4 looks down, making that the 1 and that the 4. At least I think I've done the modular work. I may need to pay attention to it in there. No, because these have all been limited to their modular sets, so I think I'm okay. I just need to do Sudoku. That 8 makes that 2, which makes that 5. And these, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, these are from 3, 6, 9. There's no 6 there. So that's a 3. Oh, the 6 makes that the 9, which makes that the 3, taking 3 out of those. This is a 6, 9. That can't be a 2 anymore. That's a 5, 8, making that a 5, 8 pair, taking 5 out of there. This row are 6, 7, and 9 as well. But the 6, 9 here makes that the 7, taking 7 out of those. And the 6 makes that the 9 and that the 6. Oh, the 8 makes that the 5 ages ago, which makes that the 8. 8 is only consecutive with 9 out of 6 and 9, making that the 6. That 4-7 pair, is that doing anything? Maybe. I can see 1 is in one of those two by Sudoku. 6, I'm not sure. Let's look at this triple. 5, 6, and 8 go in. Well, there's no 6 there. There's no 5 there. Not that useful. It does mean in this row, the 9 is in one of those two. The 6 is in one of those two. 8 in this box. 8 and 8. So 8 is in one of those three. That's the 8, which makes that the 5, which takes the 5 out of there. This is a 6-8 pair. So this is now a 5-9 pair. And this is a 1. This triple. 2, it is 2-7-9. It's always worth confirming. That's not the 2, so that's a 7-9. So that is the 2 because this is a 7-9 pair. And the 2, let's look at the triple here. 5-7-9 again. So this is from 5-7-9 for the column, and that's from 5-7-9 from the column. Right, but 7 must be in one of those two for column 1. So this isn't a 7, that's a 5-9 pair, that's a 7, that's a 9. Now we can take 9 out of there, which we could have anyway because of that 5-7-9, but we got there sort of multiple ways of getting there in this puzzle. These are 3 and 6, and I'm not seeing how to resolve those yet. But this is a triple for the row. 3, 5, 7. So this has to be a 6 because the 3, 5, 7 have to go in there to complete the row. So that's the 6. And this isn't 7. So it's not 4. This is 1. Now the 3 looks up taking 3 out of there. Now the 4-7 pair takes 7 out of there. 2 looks down, making that 1 and that 2. The 8 looks down, making that 5 and that 8. The 5 looks up, taking 5 out of there. Okay. Still not collapsed, but we're getting closer, aren't we? This column. I've got 1, 2, 3. I need to put a 4 in the column. Oh, actually, let's just do these. These are 3 and 4, and the 4 is looking up, making that the 3 and that the 4. And now this column needs a 6 and an 8. So that is a 6 or an 8, which again has not collapsed. So in these, it's the 6, 8, which is that, and a 1 and a 9. Okay. Oh, this 4 makes that the 7. Which means there's no 7 there, but the 7 looks down, making that the 4 and that the 7. The 7 looks up, making that the 3, which makes that the 5, which makes that the 7. The 5 looks up, making that the 8. That's heaps, which looks across, making that the 6, which looks down, making that the 8 and that the 6. Yep, that was huge. These are now 1. I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 8, 9, because I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So those are 1, 8, 9. There's no 1 there. More importantly, there's no 8s in either of the top or the bottom. So that's the 1, 9 pair. That is the 8. Remove the corner marks because they will just be noise. And the 7 here takes 7 out of there. So by corner mark, that's now the 7. Need to resolve these 5 9s, but something will look in to do that. I'm just not seeing it yet. This is 5, 6, or 9 because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and 8. So this is 5, 6, or 9 for the row, and there's a 6, 9 looking up. So that's the 5, and that does it all because that makes this the 9. This the 5. Either of those look down, resolving the 5, 9 down here. The 9 looks back, making that the 6. Okay, still not fully collapsed. This digit is completely known. That is the 3 I need for the column, which makes that the 6 and that the 3. Well, the 4 looks up, making that the 1, and that makes that the 9 and that the 1. And now I just need to put 3 digits into a box. Now, again, I'm pencil marking those in rather than just figuring them out and writing them in because it makes it easier for people watching on a video to follow along. It's the same reason that people put bouncing balls on screen and subtitles and stuff, and people who can still hear often use subtitles. Or you'll watch an explanation video and they'll put the words that are relevant on the screen rather than just talk at you. podcasts will often repeat themselves. It's very, very important for people to be able to follow along when you're explaining something. 249, if you ever go to a lecture, they'll have notes on screen for a reason. The 4 means that the 4s go away. This becomes a 2-9. This becomes a 4. The 2 looks up, making that the 9 and that the 2. And that is the solution to Bunny by Conejito. 391 solves in 259 days. Some of these puzzles have been solved more than the others. I'm not sure why, but yeah, this one was a lot of fun. And Bunny. Do you have a favorite comments below? Do you have a favorite character called Bunny in a TV show or a movie? I definitely do, and it's a dog. See if you can figure out where it's from. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle. I really did, and as always, good luck with your solving.